Hello again, world. And by world, I mean the 19 subscribers we have to our YouTube channel. We thank you so much for supporting and subscribing to us. Now go tell your friends because we need more. We have for you here today a update to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. It's an interesting update. One that was definitely needed because the game's already been kind of boring for a while. So, as you see here, there's several updates, and we're going to go through them one by one. Plus, we got a little something extra tacked on at the end. So the first thing you're going to notice whether you go into a local server or online server is the Invasion of Frieza. Frieza always sounds so funny to me. I don't know what he is, or she is, or it is, but whatever. So, what happens is basically Frieza invades Kanton City, which sounds like a really cool idea. By invading, they mean they stand there and wait for you to get close to them so they can attack you or fly up to you and threaten you with bad words. And then occasionally he blurts out some stuff over the intercom that's over the entire city. I mean, I guess they couldn't have had him like attacking everybody and stuff like that. That would have thrown in all chaos. But the point is like they added these resistance points that you earn. And then they created a leaderboard for those resistance points. So every week or whatever, you can go in and see who the leader of resistance point is, who has the most resistance points. So basically, you got to drive out Frieza's army, and you'll see them on the map. They're all around his ship. Once you get close, they'll fly up to you, and it's the Ginyu Force with some other characters thrown along. So we're going to speed up these fights, at least this first couple. I figured, you know, it'd be a timed thing. You do maybe 5 fights before you fight Frieza, and then they go away, and they come back next week or whatever. It doesn't really tell you how many resistance points you need to have. So it kind of leaves it up in the air, and you don't really earn that many. I mean, I earned 25 on that first one. But you can see here, you see they're all spread out in the map. It's each Ginyu Force member, and then they have some lackeys with them, which you don't even fight. You just fight the main guy. So this is the second fight I had. This game's actually pretty fun at like super speed. So the interesting thing that I thought was a bad design choice was that you have people that come in to fight you, but they're patrollers. They're time patrollers, which are technically the good guys. Why are they helping Frieza's army? That doesn't really make sense to me. So I thought, okay, well, if the guy comes in, I can earn a Dragon Ball or something, but I didn't that once. All I got was like a piece of armor or something from each of the characters, which if you're a completionist, I guess you want to get all those armor sets. So this will help in that endeavor. And you can see your resistance points going up there too. So every time you go back into the map, the Ginyu Force, or the guys that you have to fight to drive his army away, spawn in different areas. They're all in the same general area, but it just changes every time. So, I mean, it's not really challenging at all. It's kind of more of an annoyance, like, because Frieza's voice is so dang loud and annoying throughout the map that it's like, ugh, I'm forced to fight his army so he can go away. So this is Juice. Obviously, you know, the Ginyu Force, they get harder the higher level you go up. So at this point, I was like, okay, that's the third one in a row. When do I fight this main guy? So I just kept going. Oh yes, Frieza, I get it. You're bad. So at this point, I think I was thinking, well, maybe I need to fight each different member of the Ginyu Force, because even after you beat one of them, they're still there on the map. So you can fight the same one over and over again. So I was like, well, maybe I have to fight each different one to progress it. So this one I was looking, I was like, well, I fought Juice, I fought the other guys, let me go fight Zarbon, because I didn't fight him yet. And he's like one of the top guys, so this should progress it somewhere, right? And we'll fast forward this fight as well. Actually, I think we just skip it shortly. But almost every one of these fights had a time patroller come into the match to help them, which, like, time patrollers are what you are, so they should be helping you. You should just be fighting the Ginyu Force with, like, a bunch of their little minions or whatever. Yeah, I didn't understand. I thought that was a bad design choice. So, after beating Zarbon, ooh, finally, Golden Frieza appears. And then you can see on the map, it trims down all the rest of the Ginyu Force to where it's just this one group here of 5 guys. But even though there's 5 guys, you only fight 1. And it's Frieza. So I figured, okay, this is the end of it. I've earned a good amount of resistance points. Let me go fight Frieza. Which, he was kind of a challenging match. I mean, but at this point in the game, when you're max level, it's not really anything too challenging. I mean, I had to use a capsule, so I guess you can say that's challenging. So we sped this up for you to get past for the sake of time. Probably should have sped it up even faster. It is so funny when it's in fast motion. But like I said, I mean, I used 1 capsule, and he pretty much was beat. Yada, yada, yada. So I was like, oh, yes, okay, I beat it. I earned a buttload of resistance points. That should be the end of it. And no. As you can see, when I pull up the map, nothing happened. They're all back. Like, all the Ginyu Force. It's just, so I was just like, oh, goodness gracious, whatever. Like, I don't know when that's supposed to end, and I'm not in the mood to continue to do the repetitive fights to see when it ends. After you beat Frieza, he should go away, but I guess not. Whatever. So that's the big new update. You'll notice the change there. If you guys have completed it all the way, let me know in the comments below how many battles you had to do before he leaves. But moving on, the next big change is they increased the level cap from 80 to 85. 5 levels, I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make. But in order to get that level cap, you have to go to the Pudge in the chair. Guru. So head on over to Guru's house. Bypass Nail. Entree. Almighty Pudge, please give me your power. Oi. So the cool thing with that is that he'll give it to you, the character that you use mainly, but since you can have multiple characters in this game, you don't have to do this with every character. Once you do it once, the level cap is good across all characters. He does his little slightly move of the hand. Thank you, Green Pudge, for endowing me with the power of 5 levels, which I think at this point probably give you like 15 perk points, I guess you can call them, to apply, since I think it, like, from 75 and up, I was only getting 3 per level. So the other thing that you can do in this game, there's a new pack you can get. It's free, and it adds 5 new trainers. Okay, the trainers are the guys that you can learn their moves or have them be your instructor. So the first one we have here next to the frying fish is Whis, which is probably, I would say, the best trainer in the pack. The other one we have is a Bardock. I'm not too sure what you're going to learn from him. I'll probably do another video where I do each one of the trainers' moves. You know, it's gonna be the same thing. 4 lessons each, with a super move that you're probably not going to be interested in using at the end. Maybe not for Whis, since he is pretty powerful. I don't know why these guys weren't in the game to begin with as trainers, because they're in the game. So it just tells me that maybe this game was not done when they needed it to be done, and they pulled those guys and decided to add them as a pack. At least it's free. If they tried to charge for that, I would have been all over it, because that would have been a little ridiculous. So the other one is Future Trunks, or not Future Trunks, I'm sorry, Future Gohan. He probably's got an interesting move or two that you can learn. You can see he has both his arms. So this is not that timeline of Future Gohan. The one I'm most interested in seeing his moves is this guy. Just because he looks so awesome. It would have been cool, since Xenoverse kind of plays with the universe a little bit, it would have been cool if they had a Frieza version. Excuse me while I pick up the shiny. I can't avoid them. They're amazing. And it's usually like pudding. Cooler final form. So, I was going to say, it would have been cool if this game would have done Frieza like that. Because apparently that's that race's final form. So why can't Frieza get there? He can turn gold or whatever. But why can't he go into cooler form? That would have been sick. Especially since they fudged the timeline in these games anyway. It's like whatever you want it to be. Might as well make it. I mean, Yamcha is like God mode version. Why can't I have Frieza in cooler, like in the final form of his race? It's just a little pet peeve of mine. Sorry. So the last trainer that you unlock is over here by the main building. And by main building, I mean the hub for everybody. And this is just a little tidbit, guys. I mean, you see them on the map as soon as you download the pack, so it's not like you need this tutorial on where they're at. But this guy's Android 16. So, like I said, it's kind of all the same. 4 lessons per one, and then you learn their final super move or whatever. It's probably not going to be too challenging, but at least they added it, and at least it was free. Because if it was pay DLC, oh my goodness. The rage. So that's the video for the new stuff. This is just a little thing going on. I know the 86% glitch on the Capsule Corp completion is annoying a lot of us. I had it forever. I don't know what the heck I had to do. So I looked up a couple things online to see, and I just wanted to show you guys here in case you were stuck at 86%. I had everything else 100% except for Capsule Corp, and I had done all the trainings with Vegeta. I had talked to everybody. I did a QQ bang, so I don't know why it wasn't 100%. So there were a couple things that I saw online. One, it says talk to everybody who's blue, who has a blue name. I was like, okay, I did that. But I guess it wanted you to do more than that. So just for giggles, I went to this robot and replayed one of my earlier fights with Vegeta to see if that would just trigger it. I'll speed this up for you because it's a pointless fight. I thought maybe I needed to get them all Z or S rank, whatever the one is the highest. Because I think I only had one of his fights that was the highest rank. So I attempted to do that, but I failed, of course. Because he punched me once. And then I figured when I said talk to everyone that has a blue name, but it said to exhaust the entire dialogue. So exhausting the entire dialogue means just continue talking to them as much as you can. So after this robot's done spitting his spew, I go over to Vegeta. I should have sped this up because this is taking forever. I think I was reading during this moment. Come on. Let's go. Move. Okay. So Vegeta, I read something that said just keep talking to Vegeta for like until you start seeing the repetitive dialogue. So that's what I did. Just do that, do that, do that, do it again, and again, again, one more time. There you go. And then check. I checked, and it got 100%, as you can see in my play data. Okay, 100%. So it's one of those things, guys. Either replay one mission, talk to Vegeta until he starts repeating the same stuff, and you'll get 100%. All right?